All right, fine.
We can have a Skype meeting?
Yeah, well, we record it for our members that aren't able to be here.
Okay.
So,
We have at least two that are health-wise not coming.
so Annie, bring this meeting to order. Okay. And if we can all stand and give a pledge to the American flag, which we have right here in our thing. So, hand over your heart. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I'm pledge to the Texas flag. And if you need to cheat, I got back over there on the computer screen. So, honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, you may be seated. And today, I think one of our biggest things on the agenda is our visitor Skip. So, Skip, I think we'll go ahead and give you the floor for a few minutes and
Okay,
let
great.
you make your pitch.
All right. First of all, I wanted to tell you how much that my club appreciated y'all doing a gavel travel to us a couple of months ago.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Gary and I had a
it
good time.
We don't get a whole lot of gavel
And Gina.
travels anywhere anymore. But, so it's always a treat when the club comes and visits and just, share a little bit about what you're doing. And, as always, I'm always impressed with the stuff that your club does and is able to accomplish with the few people that you have. And there are lots of clubs that have big membership that don't do as much as you do. So, wow. So congratulations for doing that. It's good to hear.
While we're on that subject, before we leave, we need to talk about catering the challenge. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I come today with the salesperson hat on. Grand Prairie Host every year does our fall fundraiser is selling entertainment passbooks that we use the proceeds for to pay for the low vision clinic that we had in February at South Grand Prairie High School. So all the money that we receive from these goes into to pay for that. I don't know if y'all had these before. I think I've been over in Rockland before, but I'm not sure how long it's been. But the entertainment passbook here, just have a look at it. I'm going to tell you about it too. It's a discount dining and also tours, travel, museums, fast food. There's just all sorts of really neat stuff in here. And one of the best things about it is you'll notice on page 2 there's this membership card. Well, right under here there's a membership number, and you can call or go online to entertainment and put this app on your smartphone. That makes the book follow you around. So it's instead of just having the Dallas book, you've got the book for every city in the country.
Nice. That was always a problem with the book for me in the past, is I'd buy it and then forget about it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, I know it works well because 2 years ago, we had the Lions convention in Honolulu. We didn't think anything of it, but when we were out there, we noticed that things kept popping up on the entertainment that it's saying, okay, this place is just a mile or two away. We didn't know that they had one in Honolulu. Well, they did. We wound up using the dining, I think, 4 times that week, and that alone more than paid for the book. Plus, they had the Aviation Museum on Ford Island in Pearl Harbor was a 2-for-1 also, and we went to see that, and that saved us another $20. So actually, I more than paid for. We buy a Dallas and a Fort Worth book, and we just about paid for both of those on that week in Honolulu. So if you use it even a little bit, you will more than get your money's back, and maybe even make money if you use it a lot. There's an index at the back, There's an alphabetical index, and there's also a city index, so you can find your neighborhood or your town, and it shows you all the offers that are there. And there are really just a whole bunch of them. They're just pages and pages of stuff in Dallas. There's plenty of stuff in Irving. I know y'all live in Irving, and there's a little even in Grand Prairie, and especially north, kind of to north Dallas and everything. So it may not be right around the corner from you, but there's enough of a savings to make it worthwhile to go and try something out. So I'll let y'all have a look at those. They're 30 each, and if you want one, then I'll let you have it in exchange for $30. If you change your mind, don't think you want one, I'll take it home. No hard feelings. If it doesn't benefit you, then it's no problem at all. But I think if you'll try it, you'll really like it.
Mm.
And then if you want to see how we use it, come by South Grand Prairie High on Saturday, February 3rd, and you'll see the Vision bus and us screening kids. I'll have my spot machine out there screening walk-ups, and that's where we screen. Sometimes we get 50 kids or better that we put classes on, and so that's what the proceeds for this will pay for. We also do a low vision clinic at the downtown clinic. I imagine y'all probably do that too once in a while.
That's one on Office Parkway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, they're moving. They're getting a new office up on, it's just off Central, just north of Walnut Hill. I don't have the address, but I just saw it in an email from the governor today. So I'll be glad to get it to you if you need and can't find it.
Please do, because if you would,
I'd like to schedule a
That-
day to work up
They
there.
do have, I think, I saw 6 vacancies. Our club today is discussing this. That's what happened to my copy of the email. I gave it to my wife to take to our club meeting to see if we could sign up for one. And I think there are 6 weekends that they would like help. So
Okay.
if you have the time to do that and go up and do that, it's always fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Frontier and Verizon, when they went together, they screwed up our emails, so we're now on Google.
It's always good to get that corrected.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, do y'all have any questions, or do you want to ask about the book or anything,
You
or
say
about
it's
what we're doing?
$30?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much value do you think is in that book? I'm sure that's always been a
Several
pitch.
$100s.
Yeah.
I mean, probably 1,000 if
Probably
you
thousands
get
of dollars
if you
used every one of them.
oh yeah
Oh, yeah.
no doubt about it.
Oh, Tom, there's a snow cone we couldn't find the other day.
Oh,
and Trish and I use this all the time. I don't think we pay full price for dinners anywhere except
anywhere.
unless we go to Lions meeting, and they don't give you for that.
And
But,
some-
Lions
are
Club's
some of
not in
these,
there, are they?
no, I'm afraid not.
Do they got some coupons that are reusable or
Well,
ongoing?
actually,
Like restaurants, for
th-
example?
yes. As a matter of fact, there's 6 Spring Creek barbecue coupons in here. There's a
Ah.
page of them. So you
Ah.
go, if you just went to Spring Creek the 6 times, you'd more than get the double your money
Get
back.
the money back.
Okay. Well, for our members that aren't here today, what would be a good way to get in contact with you to get one of these books? Or can they just, pay you and get the app?
Well, no, you have to buy the book to get the app.
How to buy the book? Okay.
But the app is so powerful that it's really a good thing to have.
Is the app pretty much the contents of these books? Is that what
well,
it is in electronic form?
If you imagine this book and every other one like it stacked up, probably 40 or 50 of them, the app has everything in there in this.
Okay.
Plus, one more advantage, you can use the coupons and the offers in the book, and they're also on the app. So everything that you get to use twice. So, gosh, it's just
Okay,
it's just a
so-
pretty good deal.
You load that app and then you can pay for it. You can give it to the restaurant. You don't have to have this piece of paper.
That is correct. So what Trish and I normally do is if we're going to a restaurant, we will pull the coupon out, stick in the wallet, and then bring up the on the app, the restaurant. And that way, we can show it to them and use that first, then I have something in writing for later on. The reason I do it that way is occasionally, I don't get real good signal on my phone.
Yeah.
So if I already have it pulled up, I can show it to them, they can write down the code and give us the offer. So it works pretty well. And if you know anyone that lives over in Arlington or Tarrant County, I also have some Fort Worth books too.
Oh, there's my beer. Put it over here.
All right.
Well, sounds really cool, Skip. It really
Okay,
does.
well, thank you for giving the opportunity to present it. I hope it works for you. But like, again, if it doesn't, then no hard feelings. I'm just offering it to Lions. They gave me 100 books to sell because that's where you get the price break.
Yeah.
So I'm about a third of the way through, and I'll be visiting.
Your club will be using the proceeds
for the it pays for our low vision clinic that we do at the Grand Prairie Schools in February. So, and that's the one that I was telling you about that'll happen on February 3rd, if you're interested. Anyway, I appreciate the opportunity. Always good to see you guys, and thanks for letting me come by.
Oh, yeah. And we have a special gift here for
Oh, really?
you as a guest. The
Oh,
Dalcliffe Winwood. Got the Lions Club
That
emblem.
is neat.
So there you go.
That's the
Well, thank you
original
so much.
cup they had.
Yeah.
Lion with the club in his mouth.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Dalcliffe. Yeah, I visited y'all many times when you met over there at the Wyatts in Winwood.
What? Yeah.
We do gavel travels over there. Sometimes I just go. I think I was your zone chairman one year, and I visited there too. And that was always interesting. I kind of hated to see that place go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never got to see it myself.
No. Well, Winwood was really a neat shopping center back in the day. Yeah.
In Irving.
It still kind of is. I mean,
Is it? Okay.
I kind of stopped through a few weeks ago just to check it out. A lot of neat stores. A lot of them still active and
Okay.
not empty. So that much is good.
That is good because they went through a time when things were kind of ugly over there. So
Oh yeah.
I'm glad it's coming back.
Oak Cliff has really kind of picked up, appearance-wise.
Mhm.
Yeah, like a lot of places, I'm happy to say.
That's good.
I wish that toy store was still over there.
Oh, yeah. Toy store would be great.
There used to be a neat
I
one
got
over there.
some money.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, one year they were sponsoring Easter egg hunt and they had the Playboy bunnies out there.
Ah.
And
I
I
don't
was
see
7
how
years
that is
old
in
and I got a family
I don't
found
know
an
if that
Easter egg
on.
with an X on it, and I got a family pack of tickets to Six Flags over Texas the first year they were open.
Oh, really?
Right.
That was in the 60s, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
I was only 6 months old.
Cute.
I'm out of company money. This is my money.
Well, let's see. While you
No.
guys are,
Is there any chance you can change that?
Yeah.
you too.
Yes.
Maybe.
I'll tell you what. Let me give you a little more money, then maybe you can get some more change.
There, Tom, come up with it.
Let's see. Money, money, money.
As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I can.
Boop. There you go. I'm gonna buy a book.
Okay, great. The Dallas or the Fort Worth one?
Dallas. But I mean, that app basically covers all locations,
it
right?
does indeed, right.
Cool.
All right.
You got our book? Where's our book? Right here.
You've got it.
There you go.
Yay, the book.
Okay. And
And I've got one here.
oh, great, super. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, I
Nice.
appreciate it much. You will enjoy that, but you have to use it. If you throw it in the drawer and don't use it, it won't do you any good.
That's why I'm liking this whole app idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually that's what we used to do. I haven't bought them for years, but if they're doing the app, and I'm loving all these app solutions, that's what our club is really into, is trying new things, YouTube videos of our meetings and other things like that, trying to keep virtual members active
Yeah.
with us. And so the whole app approach, that's right up our alley.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's really revived this.
Mm-hmm. Made me buy another one, so
Okay.
otherwise I'd be like, yeah, just stayed in the car and I forgot about it. And
Yeah.
you dig through your car one day and there it is, 2 years old.
Yeah.
And
well,
You say, oh,
we don't
wow.
want that.
Everything's expired.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Do things like that real regular.
Well, let's see here.
Three coupons on the table and trash 90% of them for date.
Mm-hmm. So now we can give it a new lease and try it out. Well, let's talk about catering challenge area. That's something that you wanted to bring up for sure, and that's definitely important.
Does anybody know the date on it? Chuck,
We looked it up last time, right?
I don't know. I am
Hang on.
totally,
Hang on.
uh,
Well, no worries. We have interwebs here. So let's see what we got. All right, so I believe, give me just half a second. Challenge air,
Center tells me offline.
right?
Back 3 or 4 different ways.
There it is. Challenge here for kids.
Okay.
Oh,
Challenge Air.
well,
Date,
is that the 21st?
23rd of what?
Well, okay, so I'm seeing a challenge air event, and it's October the 21st.
Oh my God,
Is that right? Frontier's a flight museum, though. That's not where we're at, right?
No, Executive Airport.
Okay, let me try that one.
no. Please, don't come up with that date. There's 4 things to do that day.
Yeah, tell me about it. November 4th, that's what I remember from before.
You're out of town that day.
Who is? Oh, you are?
Yeah, her sister's gonna get thrown in jail.
And I may be out of town that day. So, anyway, we'll see what we got. Who all is able to attend? I probably should ask
It
that
is
question.
August 4th,
November 4th.
I mean November 4th.
Yeah.
We have Austin Street.
We'll live through it.
Austin Street time?
Well, our church feeds Austin Street homeless shelter
Sure.
that morning at 5:30.
Well, Sunday morning at 5:30, so. All right.
We're up all day Saturday buying
Okay,
stuff,
challenge it.
so we can get 2 of them on.
Right.
I might put somebody else in charge of that. Use my health as an excuse.
There you go.
Well, I have a good days and bad days, so.
Yes, you do. I was gonna say, it's a pretty valid excuse some days.
So-
Some days-
It's going from 9 to 4 is what it's saying. So,
That is a fun experience out there, though, it
Mhm.
is.
challenge areas, definitely.
You watch them take those kids out there kicking and screaming to put them on the airplane.
Hmm.
Then they have to drag them kicking and screaming to get them off the airplane. And that
Mhm.
is so neat. That is so neat.
I'll tell you what, if I have to, I mean, if we're pretty short on it, and we can try to see if we can get some input, send an email out, and see if we can get some volunteers for that day, both us and some folks in
All right.
Forney.
I was gonna say, what about your folks in Forney?
Yeah,
Is that
what's the
it?
deal on that lately?
Well, let's find out. We'll send out a note and see if anybody's willing to help out on that day or can. And I might see if I have to, maybe coming in for a few hours early that day, and then I might have to move on from that. But let's put out an email, see how many people can actually help out on that day, and go from there.
Chuck and Judy were there last year, were
Did they come in?
Well, I came out,
I
and
think Greg and Henry.
they? We wanna go ahead and get Henry,
Henry.
cater that to, the
Cater the
lunch, and
lunch.
then we'll cater breakfast.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
cater breakfast with maybe something like sausage patties and donuts or something.
yeah, we could probably do that. So that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, it'll work out probably pretty good.
Find out how many pilots we're talking about. What, 40 pilots last year?
Yeah, but not that many. They told us 40, and I think probably closer to 30 came. We had a lot more food than necessary.
Go down there and get 20 sausage biscuits from McDonald's, fill in with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, because,
Well, Greg, you were gonna tell Avery she was see that get some of their donuts.
Yeah, see if they got donuts, cookies, things
Yeah,
like that. So,
donuts.
so as far as breakfast goes, if we can still have some playability there. Lunch, I guess Henry's probably a good way to go because he was good last year.
Yeah.
He made some good food.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
And the price was great.
Mm-hmm.
Governor Henry?
Yes,
Yeah, he's great for doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I was wondering, I thought that was Governor Henry. I hope he's not too busy this time around to do that, but.
knowing Henry, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He'll manage.
Okay,
Governors
okay.
can't be too busy to do service.
True, true.
Oh, and you've tried it, so you know.
Absolutely. It was one of the most fun years of my life. I really enjoyed it.
I'll bet.
I wouldn't give $1 million for the experience, but I wouldn't pay
Wouldn't
2
do
cents to do it
for
again.
$1 million.
Yeah, you're,
there you
yeah,
go.
you're right.
Oh,
So what year were you governor?
2001, 2002.
Okay, very
you
nice.
Been a
were
while.
When I was president here, weren't you?
I think so. I believe,
I
of
believe you were
yeah.
the governor when I.
course, you've been president a few times, so I've
I think all of us take turns at that, and
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Time around.
3
Yeah.
times for me.
So this is
Mhm.
This is Greg's first term, but he's only been here a little while, so
Mhm.
he's got it.
so he's got about 2-3 more terms to go.
They'll ride you hard and put you away wet. That's the way it is.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He didn't know he became president, but he didn't show up for a meeting and got voted in. That's how he's gonna count people in.
That's generally how I become president of things.
Let that be a lesson
Yeah.
to you.
Haven't learned yet, I guess.
Yeah.
And
There was also a time I was a geology club president back in college.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't even taking geology, so, you know, I just followed the club meeting in after some girl that I thought was cute, and we got to talking. Next thing you know, I'm in a geology club meeting, and next thing you know, I'm president. So,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
yeah, quite a story.
that's the way it works.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
Challenger,
Yeah.
November 4.
Um,
I'll call Henry and set up the lunch thing.
Okay.
Tell him we'll pay him this
Pay
Is
him next
anybody
year.
interested in all the money I've spent since Greg turned this stuff back over to me last week?
Well, I'm sure you had to catch up on some of the things that, you know, some of the
That-
invoices that we've gotten.
There were three large invoices in there,
Nah.
and, but we are current with, let me just tell you real quick.
Good.
The District 1 parade was the first check I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wrote one to me for the Officer of the Month pins, got that caught up. I had not had a payback in a long time.
Yeah.
$177.89. Then the international dues were $215, and I paid that.
Mm-hmm.
The 2X1 charities 100% contribution in the contest, $764. The International District 2X1 semi-annual dues, $297.30, plus the $1,000 to go ball, and I've spent, what was that number? 2,400 and something.
Is that 2,400 is the total of what you were just talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christie
Yep.
somehow or another managed to lose her $1,000 check. And 5 o'clock this morning, she was going last chance through her garbage and found
Oh, good. I'm glad you found it.
it.
I sat on the phone with Compass Bank for 30 minutes, 3 different times yesterday,
Hmm.
trying to get through to a human being so I could do a stop payment.
mhm.
You know, that is the new stress test. They put you on the phone to an automated
I
Oh,
system.
passed. I didn't have a panic attack.
Yeah,
I
and if
just,
you don't have a panic attack, you're all right in the stress
I
category.
just eventually found
But if
out
you
what's-
throw the phone, you fail it.
I didn't-
He fails it every time.
The object is to get through to a human.
I don't know, I passed it the other day without any trouble. When I'm standing in line at the pound, they asked for my TDL license, and I couldn't find it. So you take it out of my billfold, put it somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Thank God for a computer, because they looked it up on the
Picked
computer.
it up and could find
Will
it.
they do that for you at Kelly McKnight?
No, I wasn't at Kelly McKnight.
I say, will they though?
I doubt it. But I was up in Denton,
Uh-huh.
and no, I had my insurance, my cab card, I had all the paperwork to get the car out, but not my TDL license, driver's license. I show them, and I was just worried. They said, "Oh, we can look it up on the computer." They did print off a copy, and tagged it, and I got the car. Then I get home, trying to figure out how do I go about getting a replacement. And there it was. She had put it in the drawer.
No. Goodness.
Nice and safe.
Well, if it's in the drawer, you won't lose it.
Yeah.
Christie called him last Saturday and told him, or Friday or Saturday, and told him to have me put a stop payment on it because she could not find it.
Mm.
I talked to her Tuesday. I hadn't done it yet, so I called her Tuesday and we talked. And she said, well, I'll tell you what happened. My billfold just got so full. She said that check was folded and in my billfold.
Hmm.
My billfold got so full, I pulled all the receipts out and started putting some in the trash and some up to keep. And she said, I've not seen that check since. I cannot find it. I know it probably just went in the garbage and it's gone. So today she calls and she says, well, I got up at 4:15 this morning and was running scanning something to send to Bill, I guess, Bill Smotherman, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, when I lifted the lid on the scanner, there's that check.
Put it under the scanner lid, huh? We always put it in a good place, and it's so good we always forget about it.
That way you don't lose it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh. She said, I started to call you at 5, and she said, I decided that wouldn't be very nice. So it was about 8:30.
That's cool. It's really cool.
Just glad she
Had a
found
good
it.
Go
ending,
down,
man.
Sports Extravaganza's paid for, she'll call us with the address. And we'll let you know as soon as we can.
Gotcha. So let me give you some information I got from about the sports, the goal ball at least.
The go ball, yeah, you should
Yeah.
have it.
So here it says, want to make sure you all had the time, location of the goal ball tournament on Friday. Volunteers and players arrive at 5. Games begin at 6. This is in Grand Prairie. You guys going to be there?
It's our intent to.
Okay,
I may
fantastic.
be a little late because I still have to work, but I think some of our lines will be there in plenty of time.
Yeah, okay. 9 o'clock, beginners games are over and the awards are given. And then 10 o'clock, intermediate games are over and awards are given. So the goal ball tournament is tomorrow from 5 to 10 p.m. That's at the South Grand Prairie High School, the Dr. Vern L. Alexander building. Oh, you writing this down? Oh.
I can write it down.
You should.
Sure, okay. So let me know when you got your pens and paper out, and that goes for everybody there in movie land too. All right. So you ready for this? 305 West Warrior Trail. And that's in Grand Prairie, Texas. And place once again, South Grand Prairie High School in the Dr. Vern L. Alexander building.
I almost said Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, yeah.
You have GP on your mind, huh?
If you have GPS, it'll take you right to it. But if you don't, if you live south of 20, you can take I-20 to Carrier Parkway
Mm-hmm.
and go north on Carrier to get to Warrior Trail.
Hmm.
Then you turn right, and the building will be about a quarter mile on your left. On your right, sorry. Turn right, building's on the right also.
Okay.
South Grand Prairie High is a large kind of brown brick school. The Vern Alexander Center was the original South Grand Prairie High. It's more like white or gray brick, and it's closer to the street, but you come by it first. So you should see all the cars there,
Okay.
but it's pretty easy to find.
They give some slight parking instructions on this one also. It says,
I guess we're gonna
to complement what you just said.
leave the Domino's about 9:30 and we'll give ribbons and go back home.
There's a way to go. Parking
We
is,
have told people we would meet them for supper and Domino's tomorrow night.
got it. Let me read off these parking instructions. It says parking is available on the west side of the Dr. Vern L. Alexander building, on the side across from the South Park Baptist Church. From West Warrior Trail, turn south onto the driveway. It has a sign that says business or buses only. So that's all Christy had to say. Any other points of business? I got one point, and then,
That's tomorrow night.
yeah, that's tomorrow night.
What do you do against we Bring your dinner guests with you. There's supposed to be
Oh,
people.
from the Domino game?
Yeah.
Might try, well, we will try that. One couple's been with us before. She is actually.
I doubt
Down in
she'll
Alabama.
come back because the referees kept pointing at her and saying,
Oh.
Yeah.
How's he-
No
I
cheering.
haven't talked to her this
No, they need-
week. Last week.
The hearing is the only way they find the
kinda
ball.
good days, bad
It's
days.
true. It's gonna be a very quiet
I
game.
mean, he was
Last time I
strict
went
about
over there, it was a
that.
good day.
It's gonna be worse than a golf match, you know, I
So
mean.
good and sounded so good. And then I was told that she went back to bed the next day for 3 or 4 days.
Hmm.
So it's a come and go. And,
Talking about Eva?
Thomas here, he has
Yeah.
good days and bad days. I'm just not a cancer fan anymore. I really am irritated.
Really? You were a cancer fan at one time?
Yeah,
Well, I'm a survivor from 2 cancers, 2 different times. So I just decided that, you know, it wasn't as bad as everybody thought, but I'm beginning to think I'm wrong.
Hmm.
We're fighting this one,
mine isn't.
and
Gave him 2 years.
Tom's is pretty serious, and I don't know that. I just hope the doctors can lead us through a good fight. I found out yesterday that 2 other members of our family have cancer at the same time. And it's just kind of,
There's a fella in our congregation at church. Charlie's in bad health, too, really bad.
Mm.
So Sunday, I'm gonna make a bet with him.
See how it lives who?
Well, I'm gonna I'll tell him, I'll say, here's my 20, and I want you to put 20 up. First one that dies, the other one gets the money. And if one of us go to hell, the bet's off.
So what if you both die at the same time?
Yeah, well, I guess survivors get the money.
But it was only supposed to be between you two, so I mean.
Yeah, they can do what they want to with it then.
Yeah,
You won't have any objections at
Won't
that
need it
point, right?
anymore, huh?
That's right.
Well, got one other point to bring up. Oh, go ahead though, Gary. Gary,
Well,
the
no, I
last.
was gonna tell my father I was fighting it. We say you make it through the year, we'll go skiing in Hawaii.
There you go.
Go skiing,
So skiing in Hawaii, cool.
yeah.
Some of those mountains have snow on them. You wouldn't think so in Hawaii, but Hawaii is a whole lot of mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful country, though.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful country.
So here's my last point before I conclude the meeting, and that is, now we're getting requests from the same person, and then it gets forwarded to us, you know, and people who can't afford eyeglasses. So, Skip, while you're here, we can pick your knowledge for a moment. Do you know when the next eye exam bus thing is happening? We've had in mind to kind of refer them to that so that they can get that assistance and get the free eyeglasses.
Yeah, not off the top of my head, but since you've got your laptop off, why don't
Yeah.
you go to lstf.org and let's see if they have a schedule on there.
Okay, let's do it. lstf.org. Okay, do. Okay, let's see if we can hit that. Okay, and policy support, so forth and so on. This is the Sight and Tissue Foundation website.
Should be a picture of the bus with some lions in front of it on
Oh,
the
yeah.
home landing
that was
page.
there.
Yeah.
They're supposed to get a new bus, aren't they?
They are. It's already been ordered, and we hope to have it by the end of the year.
And it's paid for already, or are we getting
It's
paid on
just about.
Bus schedule, here we go.
Ah, very good.
It comes out as a doc file, so we can save that. And let's see what we got on this point, bus schedule. Let's see if I can open this up with crappy open office.
Is the new bus gonna have, with it larger area to work in, or?
Well, not really. One of the
Mhm.
points in getting the new bus was to get the next smaller size down, so you wouldn't have to have a commercial license to drive it.
Huh.
That was always a problem with the foundation. The new one doesn't have it, but there was space on the bus that went unused, so they thought we could restructure where everything's placed and get everything in there and get a smaller bus. So that was the idea behind that. And I think we're the foundation is either selling or donating the bus to another outfit. I think they're selling it, but if they couldn't have gotten a price for it, they would have gone ahead and donated it because it's still a good bus.
To whom?
I'm not sure. I rolled off the board in June 30th, so I haven't been privy to the meetings.
Details happened since then.
Mhm,
Okay,
they have.
well,
But we did vote to buy the new bus, and we did order it before my term went off. So they're just waiting to get it manufactured and then get all the vision equipment installed.
Cool. Let me ask you this. What does it take to qualify for these vision screenings and free eyeglasses?
There just has to be a need.
A need, okay.
Yeah, that's really all. They have to be a truly needy person, but any child that's on free and reduced lunch will
Mhm.
qualify. So that's pretty easy for the schools.
How about adults?
Well,
that's where we run into trouble,
Mhm.
is identifying the ability or the non-ability of somebody to.
I know, and that's a little bit of a problem. You can ask them if they're on Medicare, or ask them if they're on Medicaid.
Yeah,
and-
Medicaid, I know.
Yeah, if they say they're on Medicaid, well, you get classes through Medicaid, but if they're just on Medicare, then they wouldn't. I guess you just have to tell them, well, look, we have to restrict this to people who have a real need. So forgive me for asking, but I need to know if you are really in need to where you can't afford this yourself.
And-
Because we have to pay for it.
Through the International Lions Club's website,
Mhm.
people go in there and they'll send a memo and a request,
Mhm.
and then it gets popped out to, I guess, shared around the district. We seem to get one about every
Share it
year.
around the district.
Yeah, we-
Definitely
4 or
one of
5
them.
months, we get one pretty often.
No, we get them occasionally too.
And
You kind of get the feeling when you meet them, but I would rather put glasses on someone that might be able to afford them than turn someone away that couldn't and
Yeah.
not.
we haven't done a lot of strong vetting on them. And-
Yeah.
And when we've met them at, we just kind of meet them at an high place.
Mm-hmm.
We tried that, which is the one that says $69 is their big ad.
Yeah.
Best
America's
America's Best or something
America's
like
yeah, okay. Mhm.
And that cost us $260.
Oh wow.
And
So that's an advertising come on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pretty much a bait and switch.
Bait and switch is what I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eva went with the lady, so, it wasn't a matter of her picking designer glasses and stuff like that. But Eva was kind of ticked.
I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
She wrote the check, but she
Yeah.
was kind of ticked about that one.
When you do a low vision clinic, do you have a doctor that you use every time?
We've always kind of gotten,
Yeah, this one doctor.
what's her name? She's one of the
Like
favorites.
Dr. Stephanie or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the last one we did, she tried to give her a check, and she said,
Yeah,
wouldn't take
she's
a check.
she's quite a young woman.
She does that occasionally.
Yeah, that's just.
What'd we
great.
find?
Well, I found a vision screening event in Dallas on the 25th. I wrote the person back and sent the kind of same questions. Are they on Medicaid? And they can't afford it and all that. If so, possibly they might be able to get a event. Go to this event, and they might be able to take care of them there. We'll see how that goes.
Well, remember the Sight and Tissue Foundation has a special deal with SLR, and we can get a pair of glasses for $10.
Okay.
I mean, the actual physical frames and lenses.
Mhm.
So the expense comes from the exam. Of course, if they're already rolling the bus
Mhm.
and you have an eye doctor out there that's donating his or her time,
Yeah.
what does it take? An extra 15 minutes of their time to do it? So That's the most efficient way to do it.
Mhm.
If there's a real need, we have an optometrist in Grand Prairie that we work with that gives us a good price and is willing to work people in. So um, I would contact your optometrist and just see if they'd be willing to give you a special price for needy people if you promise to refer all your needy people to them and tell them, look, we don't expect this for free, but if you'll give us a good deal, we'll send more people your way, and you'll know that you're helping people. And if that doesn't make you feel good, I don't know what does.
I
Yeah,
think
we-
Dr. Smith might be interested. We've talked about that.
Yeah, but he said Saturday is his day.
Well, that's true.
Well, does it have to be a Saturday, or we can probably do it on any day, really?
Well, if you can't get them to the clinic, if he's willing to do it, I would take the person by
To his
and-
office.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
His
Say,
office.
okay, we're covering this. When this is over, you send me the bill, we'll pay for it. But remember, no designer lenses, no designer frames or lenses.
Well,
Mm.
or then the other angle might be if we could get Dr. Smith to give a good price for the exam and then bring the prescription to Essalon.
I think we could do that. The only failure in that would be, how do we find one of the frames?
Yeah.
So that they would really have to look at the inventory at the low vision clinic
And
to see what we have available.
and to fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
All right, any other thoughts? I think we're about ready to conclude for today, so do we have a motion to conclude this meeting?
I'll make the motion.
All right, Gary makes the
Second.
motion, Tom seconds, so meeting adjourned.
Hit it twice because we never did start the meeting with the bell.
There we go.
There we go.
I started with the bell.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I hit it.
That is such a pretty sounding bell.
Yeah, I did.
Ours sounds ratty. You hit it, it kind of rattles. It's an old bell. You know, our club been around since
Well, that one
1942.
is
So.
too.
Yeah.
You can tell from the dents on it.
Chuck took that home and spent hours polishing it
Really?
with brass on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good old Army brass on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think his military experience kind of played in on like maybe how well it looks and sounds.
Oh, that's good.
So there it is. Yep, kind of nice. Got the little emblem on top, and I don't know. Do they still make these or?
Yes, they do.
Okay, big
They're-
old brass bills.
They're quite expensive too.
Hmm.
I don't remember how much, but I just remember looking in the Lions catalog and saying, "Oh boy, I'm glad I don't have to buy another one."
That's right.
Glad we've got one. Yeah.
When we sponsored the Lions Club for, I think it's called the Sunshine Lions Club, we bought the bell for them and everything. I think it was like 300, 400.
Ooh,
It was
Sounds
a
about
huge
right.
bell.
gosh. Get your attention.
Then they fold up and they sold it a year later.
Oh, did you get the bell back?
No, we
Don't.
don't what happened to it.
Probably got melted down for brass.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Koreans are funny. It was a bunch of senior Koreans,
Sure.
but they came from Korea, and a lot of them lived with their son and everything, because the oldest son take care of their son-in-law. They had the younger ones did not like the idea of their parents getting Americanized.
Hmm.
Oh.
Because they'll learn too much of the ways and want more independence.
We have at our church a math tutoring program operated by the Korean United Methodist Church in Irving.
Okay.
Those kids, when they go down there, start their counseling. Within 2 years, the kids are counseling others
Hmm.
in math. That's how good they are.
That's great.
We are just so proud to have them coming.
Of course, they come to us because we've got about 3 schools that are
Mhm.
very high free lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
High calorie.
Well, our next meeting's on November 2nd, so that'll be our last panic meeting before Challenge Air and all the hosting of that, so we make our final decisions at that point. And that's pretty much all that's on the docket, because by then the gold ball would have passed, so we can talk about how that went. Yeah, it's tomorrow night, yep.
The last thing I forgot about it, and I wanted to go to it,
What, the gold ball?
you know.
It's pretty interesting to watch.
My first time to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like,
Oh, yeah, do we have this place reserved for Christmas?
Not that I know of.
Yes, I think we do.
Oh, this place reserved? Okay, good.
We probably ought to check, but I think we
Okay, so we can start looking. I
Thursday
figured with
night.
gold ball out of the way and Challenger out of the way, which are big kind of things aside from the police, meeting honor, the policeman of the month thing that we do.
do. Yeah, we do
These
that.
are that kind of gets all our obligations out for the year for the most part. So it's just then our Christmas party. We just got to figure that out. And so yeah, I'll talk to Linda. I will
Just
talk to
double
Linda.
check.
Yeah, or I'll get Gina. Gina and I will, one of us.
Thursday night.
Third Thursday, okay?
I'm pretty sure it's already on the calendar, but it never hurts to check again.
Especially with all the renovation they've done this year. Might have been lost in the shuffle.
I'll be sure it did, because that's a good thing to do. We like our parties up here, they're very good for us.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna do-
They do good.
We're gonna do the unwrapped toy.
Yeah,
A new unwrapped toy.
for Santa Cop.
Great.
Yep. So that works. All right. Till next time.
All right.